let's go. Hello and welcome. I'm Trish Rock and I'm talking today with Jane Turner from Writing with Jane. Hi, Jane.
Hi, Trish.
Jane, you had a session with me recently and tell me, what was that like for you?
Yeah, look, I'd love to share that, Trish. What I want to say too is that I'm probably one of the most unlikely people to sign up for a session with an intuitive. It came
Yeah.
about, I'm not as left-brained as I used to be. I used to be
Yeah.
very, very, very left-brained, but I'm still predominantly left-brained. So it isn't something that would have happened if I wasn't having a cup of coffee with a great friend of mine who was raving about how much difference having a session with you made. And then I thought, well, yeah, I might just give it a go. Why I felt like that was that I was feeling flat. Now, that's one word for it. Another word is disconnected. Another word, directionless. And basically, I wasn't showing up. Now, that can have negative impacts in terms of not showing up in your life, with your family, with, other circumstances. But when you're running a business like mine, which is all about being seen and known so that people can find me, that's a really big problem. And it was becoming a really big problem for me. So I very tentatively booked in for a session with you, which was very easy, by the way. You've got all those systems are set up, so there was nothing clunky. I just made the booking. Next thing, we're having a conversation. And I remember at the time, and I bet you can tell the difference between me then and me now. I remember coming on the call and I was reasonably unmotivated is another word I should have used when I used those words, but unmotivated that I even booked was a little bit miraculous in its way. And I guess that's the universe doing what it does. It'll push us enough to find, the help that we need and when we need it. And anyway, there I am, I turn up, I barely say anything. Do you remember that? And I remember thinking, well, I don't want to give a whole story because then I'm directing the agenda and I'm lost. I'm lost.
Yeah.
I at least had the wisdom to recognize that. And then you just started doing what you do. And immediately, this is one thing I really want to note, is that immediately I had a sense of trust in you.
Oh, beautiful.
And your ability to, literally go to places that I don't even understand and probably never will. But you were using cards, you were drawing out cards, you were, just doing what you do. And through the course of that, I got some incredibly reassuring messages.
Yes.
Really a sense that, okay, nothing is wrong. Nothing is wrong. You're living life, you're moving through things, and this is just, it's a quiet period. You're going inward, you're doing what you need to do. It's all, part of the path. And I tell you what, a really practical thing that you did as well. So what I got out of it, that's what I want to say, is I got out that sense of reassurance, a sense of direction, definitely more energy. The lack of energy was just a real worry for me before our session. A lot more energy and just the clarity about, keep doing what you're doing. But one of the really practical things that was incredibly helpful was that you recorded the session. Yes. Because if you are a little bit left brain inclined like me, you want to know, yes, but what was it that she said that made me feel like that? And where did that come from? And how does this work? So just that little bit of being able to check back in. Yeah. But also you said to me to watch this video again in October. Yeah. So I wasn't just left with go off and live your life or best or book in for another session with me. I wasn't left like that. I was left with something to do. And possibly after I'm watching that video, it'll be clear to me that I do need another session with you or whatever, Trish. Yeah. But that now how this really then worked for me was that I then seemed to step back into my business very comfortably. I
Yeah.
started making videos again because people want to see and hear from you. If it's something as personal as writing a book, and either having someone like me write it for you or publish it for you or help you to promote it, you really need to see a lot of that person before you have the trust to work with them. So I need to be out there talking about what I do. So I got out there talking about what I do, including in a major worldwide summit.
Yeah.
Now, I promise you that would not have happened had I
Mm.
not had a session with you. So that's probably a very long answer to the question, but
Oh,
it's something I've been wanting to share with you for a while so that you know
that's
that it
amazing.
really made a difference.